etc. We start with 1 hour chart. Now we want to see how we can look for trade. As what we expected, the price broke the previous low, and this is what we get. Because we mentioned we need to get the correction before we get the trade setup, because before we confirm whether we should look for sell or not. Okay, now the question is whether we can put this one as a correct sharp move and correction for next move. That means can we look for buy, or we should wait this one turn to a deeper correction before we get the next drop. First, I would prefer to start with the daily chart for those traders. This is the first time to looking at this chart. Since we were dividing this move, we mentioned we have to get the correction or drop, and this is what we get before we get before we look for continuation. And as we can see, the price drop. Now we move to forward chart. What we can see based on forward chart, either we consider as a 1, 2, 3 to look for the reversal. We don't have any information there. Then what we can expect if the price start to reverse as a corrective move, technically we can look for flat for one more drop. This is what we can expect from the way it's moving. Okay, and whatever that the option I put here is just based on analysis, based on what we can expect. It doesn't mean it have to follow what we say here. Okay, that's why we want to see how we can look for trade. That means if we get any trade setup, it's but turn to a corrective move, we should know that the price it can give us a running flat. Most of the times you can see this kind of move unless the price reverse sharply. And beside that, whenever we see the sharp move, it followed by a correction for next move, one more drop. All right, this is usually how we can see. Right now, if we get the correction here, the next drop, either if it's a sharp, we can expect the breakout of this. If not, even we can get the short drop, then reverse. This is what I'm expecting. I'm expecting this one turn into correction, give me a drop, even may not retest the previous low, then from there reverse or turn to a bigger correction. Okay, now how we can look for trade? Because I see most of the traders asking me whether they should look for buy or sell. From forward chart, they say we don't have any confirmation, we don't have any trade setup. Then we move to 1 hour chart. Even based on 1 hour chart, what we have here, we cannot consider. The possibility if we put this on as a sharp move, as a reversal is not there. That means we cannot call it as a reversal. Okay, because this is the reversal of when we get this down move, this is shadow. But still, we can expect the price to reverse. First, we talk about how we can look for this. We don't have any trade setup either for buy or sell, but still we can look at that. We see how we can look for trade. Technically, first we talk about the sell. The best way to look for sell, let this one break this top. Then if we see there is no continuation, if we move to 15 minutes, it will be more clear. All right. That means since we get this sharp move down, if we want to look for sell, let this one reverse, retest the stop as a corrective move, not the sharp move. Then we will have this flat. Then any sharp move flag, we can look for sell and we want to see the breakout of this. Or we can have entry below here. But what I suggest, if we want to use entry, we put it here, not there. It depends on the traders. Okay, this is what I can see. If we want to look for sell, let the sun retest the top, which is 1.10, or with the breakout of that as a corrective move, not the sharp move. Then any reversal with the sharp move flag, we take the trade, or we can have entry either above this, which is 97.9 and almost 98, or below here. Any of them can be, any of them is okay, but for me, I prefer here, unless I see this one, some changes here, or this one turn to a really deep correction. Okay, this is how we can look for sell. What I want to say, we don't have any sell setup. If this one turn, retest the top as a corrective, this is not moving, then we look for this flat. Any sell from there, we take it, and the sell will be a short-term sell. Because as I explained, based on daily chart, based on forward chart, the next drop even may not retest this low. That's why we want to have entry here or here, how we want to manage it. Okay, then, but if we get a drop with the breakout of this low, I'm expecting the price to drop to 82. All right, now then the traders, they can make a decision whether they want to put their entry here or below this. Okay, because the reason is I don't want to put here if the price tag 110 then drop, because easily it can give us like 1, 2, 3 next move. Unless after the breakout of this, the price move a bit higher, then yes, we put here. Okay, in this case, we wait and see what we get. Then we make a decision how to put our entry. But the best thing is let the price tag the top. Then we look for the reversal with the flag to take the trade. And if the price drop after the breakout, I'm expecting to drop to 82 as a sharp move. But if it drop as a corrective move, I think even cannot retest the previous low. It depends how it drop. Okay, that's why we need to see how is the movement later. Okay, now we move to 1 hour chart. But how about if this is the start of the up move? Even for the buy, we don't have any trade set up, as I mentioned. I prefer this one turn to more complex before we look for the trade setup. If I want to look for buy, I prefer the price tag the top, drop. If I see it's not moving, that means we didn't get the trade setup for sell. Then any buy from there, we can take the trade or we can have entry above the top. But how about if the price reverse from here, we want to be aggressive? The only option is to have entry above this. This is a very aggressive way. Okay, but what we want as a sharp move, that means if I move to 1 hour chart, 15-minute chart, if traders, they think the price can continue from here as an aggressive way, they want to take the risk, they can have entry above this. This one is around 110, maybe a bit higher. They put about 110.1 or 0.2. Okay, but what we want the price tag and continue. But what I can see here, the way it's moving is very corrective. That's why I mentioned if we want to look for buy, let the price tag the top. Then from there, we see whether we can get the sell set up or not. Let the price drop. If we get the sell, we take the sell. If no, let the price drop. Then we see how it's moving. Then from there, we can look for buy or we can have entry above this. Because we want to see the flat we're getting here. Okay, the thing is, if we get the next move up, we see this flat, any sharp move down can give us a trade setup. But if this one turn as a corrective, drop as a corrective, then we can consider a 3 waves in relative to this. This is how we can look at an Elliott wave theory. But technically, again, when we see this kind of the chart, even if we refer to the real Elliott wave, we should wait for the flat, drop, then reverse. This is the best way we can look for trade. Okay, that means having entry above here is something that we're going to take the really risk, high risk, but still we can take it because in terms of the risk and reward, we put our stop loss here. If we want to have entry above this, we have to get our put our stop loss here, which is below this. That means what is the below? Around 91. And what we want, price sharply break and continue. Do we think this one give us that move? I don't think so. Then we move to 1 hour chart. What I want to say is that we don't have any trade setup. If we want to look for sell, let's wait for deeper correction. If we want to look for buy, let's this one at least 3 wave structure. Then we take the trade. No, it depends on the traders. For me, I will put my entry here, but I will watch. Okay, in case this one suddenly spike, give me a spike, sharp move. But if the price tag I see is not moving within the first hour, I will take out the trade. I won't take the risk. Okay, and if this one drop a bit more, it can give us better, I don't say better confirmation, at least give us, like in terms of the structure, can give us better opportunity. Maybe next one is the sharp move rather than because if this one turn to deeper, we can expect the sharp move rather than price as where it is. I don't think so this one can give us a really good sharp move. Okay. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. Even right now, if the price drop, I'm not going to sell unless the price break that previous top. It's more clear if I move to 15 minutes. Even if the price sharply drop from here, I won't take the sell. I want the price to tag the top before I take the sell. All right. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup that can give us a confirmation for the next move. But for me, still I will watch if I'm not looking for the sell. As I mentioned, if I want to look for sell, I will wait for one move up. Then I will see whether I can look for sell as I mentioned or not. But having entry above this, I will watch it. If I get the trade, I will take it. If I see it's not moving, I will take out the trade. But if it tagged my entry, it hit my entry. If I see there is no movement, I will take out directly. I won't wait more than 1 hour. What I want, tag, break, and continue. May similar if we had entry above this. Tag, break, and continue. Because if there is a continuation, then after that, if we see there is no movement, easily we can manage it. All right. Anyway, we don't have any trade setup. This is the only way we can look at. I don't call it trade setup right now, or I don't call it any signal. The only thing is how we can look at it in case the price reverse. Okay. Again, I want to say let this one turn to a deeper correction. For those traders, they cannot take the risk or they don't know how to manage it. Anyway, we just follow the chart. If I see any opportunity or any trade setup that can give us a confirmation, I will share. Still, I'm looking at this. Thanks.